All right, guys. So welcome to tonight's MemberHub membership training. We want to thank you guys for coming out and taking the time to learn with us and learn with us as we help you guys. Sorry, I'm adding people in. I'm lost my train of thought here. Learn with us as we also teach you guys the new membership ways and the new MemberHub training that we have. So everybody, if you're entering in as Autumn, because there's a lot of Autumns on the screen, there are 3 dots. If you want to and if you're capable, hit the 3 dots, because if you're on a cell phone, I don't think you can. Change your name by hitting the 3 dots and hit rename. Again, we're recording this, so if you don't want your face being shown, make sure you go ahead and undo the stop video button there. And if you can, put your name and the school you're with in the chat box. And also, if you have any questions as we're going through, make sure you also put those in. Autumn is going to man the chat box for me as we are going through these slides, and me and Autumn will be taking turns back and forth doing some trainings with you guys, so that way me and her are just going to off and on, and I'm not the only one kind of chatting here. And again, ask questions. That's what we're here for. This is more of a Q&A. We've already done a MemberHub training, so we just wanted to kind of do another refresher before we start moving into November and doing more topics that are going to be outside of your typical normal president's, secretary, treasurer classes, because when we move into November, we're doing different type of trainings, more like grant writing, principal to president training, just different types of trainings. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to get started. I got to put it in a presentation. Isn't that how it goes, right? Which one puts it into the presentation? Autumn.
Sorry, go to the right where it says share. You can do it there too. There's 2 ways.
All right. Now it's going to be really weird because I can't see everybody. It's going to be weird. I'm only going to be able to see Autumn. All right. So here's what we have. Welcome to our second membership MemberHub Q&A. This little bit right here, our little join today, it was moving, but it's not moving now. And we also have our MemberHub, and of course, it's always sponsored by Kentucky PTA. Oh, there it goes. It was starting to move.
15 district PTA is doing this.
Yes. There we go. Sorry.
Kentucky PTA. We are part of Kentucky PTA, but it's 15.
I got to get used to doing that. I don't know why I do that all the time, but 15 district PTA is doing this. Sorry, guys. For those who don't know, I am part of Kentucky PTA, and I sometimes confuse the two, and I got to get in the habit of not doing that. I will eventually not do that. It's just going to take me some time. So what is membership? Why do we have membership? Membership is one way in which we show our strengths. Each additional member adds power when we speak at a school board, state board, or even our SBDM council. Membership shows our elected representatives that we are powerful, that we are powerful advocacy group for our children.
I will tell you, every time I've met with any kind of legislature, if I say I'm with 15 district PTA, they want to know how many members I have. If I say I'm with Kentucky, they want to know how many members we have that are in our state. So numbers are powers, especially to legislators, because that means you have a voice and you're showing them that you are concerned about issues. So.
Correct. And this is an unknown author. Autumn has tried to find out who the author was, but did a person make this quote? Is that how this originated? Autumn?
I don't know. I found this years ago when I started working on the PTA website, and I thought it was a wonderful quote, and very much in tune with PTA.
So we're going to share it with you guys today, and it says, a person has truly become a PTA member when their circle of concern shrinks beyond their own to include all children. A parent is truly a PTA member when their decisions are decided by a deep and abiding sense of responsibility for others, for other people's children as well as their own. Whatever you want for your own children, want for all children. So that's very powerful. And I do believe that the statement is a powerful statement, and I'm glad that Autumn put the statement on there for everybody to see. It does have a really powerful meaning behind it. Next, we're going to show a video. So Kentucky, no, I'm going to say this right. National PTA has a new membership slogan this year. And they wrote it out this year, and they have a video on it. So we want to show you all the video. If you all have not seen it, we want to make sure you guys get a chance to see the new video for the new membership slogan for National PTA.
We're not hearing the voice. Oh.
Are y'all not hearing it?
No.
You have to share your sound from your computer.
All right, so let's try this again. Screen share. Aha, there we go. So let's try this again. Let me rewind it. Tell me if it works. You guys hear it now?
Yes.
IPTA to bring sunshine to someone's cloudy day.
The reason why IPTA is to be a voice and an advocate for all children and to help bring families and communities together.
IPTA to bring innovative programming and create meaningful engagement among the families of school communities.
IPTA by being a reading and lunchroom buddy for first and second graders at Jefferson Elementary School.
Yo ayudo a la comunidad traduciendo para las familias en Annandale High School y donando comida a la comunidad en Annandale.
All right, so that let me plug in. So that is National PTA's new PTA for Your Child campaign. And this is new. I'm going to let Autumn just talk about our next couple slides here. She is got a lot more experience on the next couple slides. She has been doing a lot more investigation, I would say, on these next couple slides as she's playing Barbies with her daughter.
So I have my daughter here to help out. Sure I'm not muted still. Okay. All right, so the national campaign is really to show that PTA is not just membership, it's not just fundraisers, it's about advocacy, it's about what we're doing, we're investing in our kids, championing for our kids, engagement. All of that is part of PTA. So the tagline is there's no wrong way to PTA, but it's also you know, a whole bunch more into that. And that's why you saw some of the slides in there. I'm going to show you a little bit more about that. But all the campaign toolkit There is an intro webinar. There's a recorded live campaign training that's also available. It's all on PTA's website, and there's the link. But if you go to pta.org and go to membership, you will find this here too. Flip side. So all of this right here, believe it or not, is all things that you can manipulate. I actually forgot. I saved the slide and I forgot.
I know I did too.
So this actual first slide, advocate for your child and your volunteer. That right there is actually a PowerPoint slide, and they have like 3 or 4 different PowerPoint slides that you could use. So if you did a PowerPoint for your school, you could put those on. In addition to that, these two are the two on the left here are actually Zoom backgrounds that you can use when you're doing Zoom PTAing. Then you also have all of these that you can place your own photos in. This PTA for your child in the right corner, you can put a different icon or picture in every single one of them. Now, let's say you're not real savvy on that. That's okay. They have it where it's all filled out and all you do is put your logo there. So if you like what they've got, that's great. On the last slide, you actually saw where you have, go back one, Bobby Joe. Sorry. You will see that there's no wrong way to PTA. It's got our logo there. And again, all of this, these slides, all these pictures, you can change out and then put your logo there too, and you can link it. So this is a full campaign. They've got all the information. Go to the next slide. All that is already laid out. You can download it and play with it and change anything you want. In addition to that, they also have membership information as far as, they even have announcements. I know a lot of us are not in school, none of us here, but they have announcements you can put in, maybe things to put your newsletter. They have social media ones that is just social media, so they're designed just to be plopped right into your Twitter or your Facebook pages. They also have things to put out on your website. All of this is all ready for you, and it's right there. Click, download, and then access. If you have problems with it, let us know and we'll help you out. But it's very easy to upload it and change anything you want. So use those resources. Remember, this year's a little bit more difficult because we have to really, as Kathy Smiling says, not think outside the box, get rid of the box, because the box doesn't exist. We are working in a different world. We're doing PTA and we're doing school in a different world. So we have to think differently. And so these are some tools to help you. And remember, we're here for our children. We are advocating for our children. So the next slide, I want to showcase a PTA that just hit it out of the park. We're all getting used to this. They really hit it out of the park. And it's a 3-minute video. We're not going to make you sit through the whole 3 minutes, but I will repost it on our Facebook page right after this. But if you play this, I'm going to dance because I always dance too because I think it's fun. But they're thinking outside the box, and so I want to encourage you to think that too. So we'll start it. We'll do a few minutes of it, or not a few because it's only 3, but we will do a little bit. Let me
stop it at about a minute and a half.
Yeah, because it's really good, but I don't want to, we have lots to cover. So.
All right, we're going to stop it at a minute and a half, but we want you to get the gist of why it's so amazing.
Back in March, we thought we won't get used to this. That's when we were new with this. We thought by September we'd be through with this. Thought we'd be together again in some way, even if it wasn't like every day. Did you wonder that we might go hybrid? I did. We waited all summer on the district undecided. Our moms are good friends, our dads are like bros, but the doors are tightly closed, so
you wanna be in the Zoom where it happens, the Zoom where it happens, the Zoom where it happens. We'd rather be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, but the Zoom's where it happens. If you wanna know how plans get made, not give the bank, join PTA. It's not the room where it happens, it's where you gotta be in the Zoom where it happens.
PTA advocates for every fox, and this year we really gotta think outside of the box, finding ways to stay connected, engage a community. We're all in this together, a family community. If you have ideas, we're here and we're listening. How can we engage this year with social distancing to amplify your membership? So don't be shy. Together we can do hard things, and that's why
We want to see you in the Zoom where it happens, the Zoom where it happens, the Zoom where it happens.
Okay, so as you can tell, this is a great outside of the box idea that this elementary school put together. I did post this on my Facebook page for those who are on my Facebook page. You can share this out if you want on your PTA pages. You can share this out on your personal page just to get ideas together. Other PTAs could recreate this wheel and do the same thing. But it is an interesting idea. It was thought outside of the box, and it's made a lot of people smile. So we definitely wanted to show this idea because it made all of us smile when we all saw it. And of course, it made us all dance. And how could you not smile when something like that was so catchy and so we just wanted to share that out there and let you guys see that you just got to be outside the box or think inside. So go out the box and recreate the wheel. That's kind of what we need to do. I need to move my screen.
Yeah, National PTA does have lots of resources on that they're creating more and more resources for doing PTA virtually. So they do have a onevoice.pta.org/ways to do your PTA virtual. They have a page, and this is the blog. So you can check that out also. These slides will be uploaded on our training site too, along with the YouTube video, or the video recording will be on YouTube. But Kentucky PTA did purchase MemberHub so that all of our schools could be able to do membership electronically and also be able to communicate better. Now, we did this last year and we were new at it. This is our second year at it, and we are very lucky we already had it in place, so some people did get to know it already. But it's never too late, and we're going to give you some tips and stuff. On MemberHub itself, you can do memberships, you can sell spiritware, do fundraising, you can communicate with your members, you can segregate them into different groups. There's even a new web page that they've just set, so you can actually have your own little web page. That is very new. That was only released in, I want to say, 1st of August. So we're going to take a quick look at a few of those. So I'm going to hand it over to Bobby Joe to start.
All righty. So we're just going to go through here and show you some of your useful links. Again, this PowerPoint will also be available online with the YouTube video, so you guys will have access to the PowerPoint. But here are some useful links that you all can click on at any time to get information on MemberHub. So you have your welcome site, you have a help center to MemberHub, you have your resource list, you have PTA training sites that you can go to, you have live workshops, and you can also schedule a one-on-one meeting with a person from MemberHub. So if you needed to have additional training outside of just 15th District or outside of Kentucky PTA, you can schedule a one-on-one meeting with someone from MemberHub, and they will do a 30-minute session with you on a topic that you need specific help on. So any of these links you need, they're accessible to you. You can click on these and use these at any time.
They're also on our website, 15thdistrictpta.org/MemberHub. You'll find them there too, right there on top.
Yeah, and MemberHub website is right here. You would click on the information at memberhub.pta. Most important, MemberHub welcome packet, which will include the information on their features on their site. You can click on the web package in the middle of the page under the rocket ship. And here's a little arrow here. If they click on this arrow, will it take you to them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you click on that arrow, it'll take you straight to this package here as well. I had to ask because she put that slide together for me, so I didn't want to say something that I wasn't 100% sure on. So there's also other ways to connect. Facebook, you can go to Facebook at MemberHub as well. They have information on upcoming trainings. I actually go to this quite often. They usually post training sessions every day and the times and which ones they're going to do. I've actually just did 3 trainings the other day. I usually put them in my calendar. If I can attend them, I go to them. If I'm unable to attend, they repeat them constantly. But I at least put them in my calendar, so if I'm open, I at least go. You can never get enough knowledge on MemberHub, so I try to attend as many of them as I can. And there's also a blog that you can attend as well. And they just give you tips and conversation as well. The big change from last year is your store setup. It is now upgraded to swipe. It does take about 15 minutes. It can be longer if you're not very computer savvy, but it usually takes about 15 minutes. There is an article on how to do it listed here below. You can click on this article and it will help you out as well. And we are going to go, I have a test site. We're going to go over a little bit of the MemberHub store here and some things in MemberHub in just a few minutes. There's updates. So the inventory is in real time now. Updated payout reports. Soon you'll be able to use a credit card reader. That is coming soon. So just like Square, they will have a credit card reader that you will be able to get. There is MemberHub givebacks, which I love. I love the givebacks. I will show you guys those later. And there is a website which just wrote out. It allows you to do all kinds of stuff, just like a basic website. If you don't have a website for your school, you can create one. However, it is only up to 6 pages. And we can show you a little bit of that. If I can log into my site, I can show you some of it. If the test site does not allow me to do it, I can show you some things on my school page if I need to. You have a fundraiser option now. You can do a-thons, which here you can do book-a-thons, read-a-thons, you can do color runs, you can do all of those fun events. If you have events like, I lost my train of thought, Altitude, Mr. Gaddy's, or any of those, you can list those under the events and you can send out those to your members in MemberHub. Crowdfunding, you can use this for like the no fuss fundraisers. You can also put this if you're doing a booklet fundraiser or just your basic fundraiser. You can list all that information in here. Auctions, if you're doing a silent auction, you can now post photos of those silent auctions, list those in there, and they can now put the price of what they want to. They can either put it at $20 and they can go up on the price if they want, and they have the option of doing that. There's a button that says up the price on there, which is really neat. Projects, I've not dabbled on the projects that much, but I've heard it's a really neat features in there as well. Raffles, this is still restricted unless you have a gambling license here in Kentucky or in Jefferson County. MemberHub has webinars on each of these that give you details on each specific ones. Excuse me. And again, you can ask to do a fundraiser option training with a one-on-one MemberHub specialist if you have questions. The hubs I just recently learned myself. They can be a little bit confusing, but hubs are a great way to put people into groups so that the communications can be tailored to that group. It can also be used for information that is shared with that group. Each hub can have its own announcements, discussions, calendar, files, photos, whiteboards, and sign up. So if you have a group for planting and it's for first graders and all the first graders in Miss Smith's class is the only ones doing the planting, you would want to put all of Miss Smith's class in that planting hub, and you would send all the announcements and the calendar updates and the photos and the files would be strictly for Miss Smith's first grade class or second grade class, and it would go strictly to them, and the rest of the school would not have to be included in that. And that way you would keep those photos and that information restricted to just the people and the families in that classroom. So it's kind of helping keeping the information private and not spreading out the photos and the information to the entire school. So it kind of helps privatize the information on certain things, especially if you're not wanting photos to be spread around of children and things like that. So it does help secure certain things if you needed to do so. Autumn, do you have anything on hubs that I may have missed? You're muted.
Sorry. Some schools have used it for giving each teacher their own hub so that they can do something like that. I know we have Google Classroom, so they have some of that too, but this gives them their own calendar and they can upload things too. I've also seen a lot of schools that have, you know, committees. They put their committees, all their committee meeting members are in that, and they have their own calendar, say, okay, this is their committee meeting, this is when we're meeting to do stuff, so they can put all their files there too. So that is their own little group within your PTA, and they can report back if they need to.
Interesting MemberHub items. So there's newsletters, there's compliance issues. You can set up classroom hubs, which Autumn just talked about, where parents can share space to communicate, or older students can communicate. So you can do a student hub where students can just communicate to each other. Calendar and easy communications with members and non-members. So you can have a hub for members only, you can have a hub for non-members, or you can have a hub for just everybody. So this is going to be the end of the slideshow presentation itself. So we welcome any questions here and anywhere we can help. Then we're going to go into the actual MemberHub itself, and then I'm going to walk around and I'm going to do how to add members or how to do anything that you guys need me to do. So this is a good point for you guys to ask Autumn any questions in the chat box, and let me walk through any questions you all have that you all are having issues with in MemberHub.
All right, I already have a few. So when you're in there, we'll start there.
All righty.
All right, so one of the questions was, if you have multiple kids, do you just join one PTA or do you join them all, and how you do that? PTA is based, if you're joining for your school, you want to join for that school for each child. Well, children under elementary school cannot have a membership, but parents can. Grandparents can, cousins, aunts, and uncles can. But I bet if you go over to Bobby Joe, you'll see how many PTAs she's involved in. On the right, go to your name. Do you know how to go to your name? So she's got 15 Butler. These are PTAs that she's either members of, correct?
Yes.
So you will see that these are ones that she has access to already. She's on district, so she automatically gets there. But if you are a member of 3 PTAs, let's say you have 3 kids and you're a member of 3, when you sign up for your membership, you're going to give the same email address. And that email address will have all of them linked so that you will have all of your PTAs right there and you can switch in between. That took care of that question. If the school should publish where you'd be able to do your membership, and each one of them will have their own membership link. If you are already a member of it, if you don't sign up online at that, they will send you an invite saying, congratulations, here's where you get your digital membership card, and then you can sign up and do your preferences on there. Let me see what other questions I have. Why don't you go ahead and show them where to do the update their officers list real quick while I'm looking back.
All right. So if you wanted to update your officers list and you're the PTA president or whichever, you would go to your admin console. You would come down to officers and you would hit add officer. So if I wanted to add myself, I would put my name, which it's automatically going to prompt myself. If you've been an officer before at any school for Jefferson County or 15th District, it's automatically, if you've been in MemberHub before, it will automatically prompt it because Kentucky PTA has already had you in the system at some point in time if you've been in MemberHub before. If you haven't, then you would put your first, your last name, your email address, which we'll put me in here. And then we are going to just create me as a secretary. And you want to give access normally to your president, your treasurer, your membership chair,
Secretary.
And secretary. And that's usually it. Anybody else really doesn't need the admin access. So you would hit add officer, and here I am. Now I would receive an email from MemberHub, and then I would log into MemberHub, and I would want to make sure that I go in right away. I could update a photo. I would want to put my address and my phone number. This is crucial because this is how 15th District or Kentucky PTA would want to get a hold of me if for some reason there's anything they need to get a hold of me for. If it's compliance, if it's anything for any reason, they would need this information. So us being at home right now, and they need to mail information out to us, they would need to mail it to us here, not at the school. So with no address, they wouldn't be able to mail us paperwork. So it's important to have these fields filled out.
All right, so the making sure that you have your officers in there, you have to have a president, a treasurer, and a secretary by Kentucky State nonprofit laws. So that makes you an active PTA. Why don't you go to unit data since you're in here already to show them what the unit data is. I did find my other two questions here.
So unit data, you would put your school name, you would put the address of your school, the city, state, the zip code.
It would already be there typically.
Oh.
This is the test site. But if you come down here, it'll tell you when your bylaws were approved last.
Oh, over here, sorry. Over here, you would want to put in, you can go to your audit. Over here, if you had an audit and say you just did your audit now, you would put in the person who inputted the audit, the position. You would put in the date the financial review, or the financial review was completed, and you would put the person who did it and the unit ID number. So this would actually be like, it should say, I'm trying to think of what mine usually says. I think it says Frost and Stewart, and I think it says my EIN number here. But here it should say you would put the date you completed your financial review. So you would put today's date, and then you would put this. You would confirm that you did this, that you completed this site. You would put as yourself as the president. So it ended on, we're going to say June 30th. Really, it should have been, well, it's going to make me say that. Sorry. So fiscal year ending June 30th, you filed it today. And you're going to send it, this is how you're going to submit this to Kentucky PTA. You're going to hit submit. And it's going to show here that I, as the president, turned in our financial review, and it was completed on this date, and I posted it on this date. Then what you would want to do is fax or email or mail a copy of your financial review to Jenna at Kentucky PTA. And here is the email site here that you would email it to, kentuckypta@bellsouth.net.
Okay,
Same way with your, what? Same way with your File 990. You would go to file990.org. It's literally like a couple clicks of a button, and I'm actually going to just do the same thing. You would put the president's name. You would be filing, if you've made less than $50,000, you would be filing the 990N. You would be putting, if I filed it today, I would put today's date. My gross earnings, we're just going to put less, we're just going to put the 50,000.
Or 500. Just
500? Okay.
Yeah. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
We're going to put 500 because that's what we're going to say we made. You'd put what you made here. And you're going to confirm. Usually it won't say test site, it would say your PTA. And you're going to submit it. And what it's going to say here is that Bobby Joe, the president, confirmed that she sent this in to the IRS, and that, because what you're doing is the IRS is sending you an acceptance letter saying, hey, you did this, so you're going to put in what they sent you. And then you would then send it to the Kentucky PTA at bellsoft.net. So you would send Jenna a copy of what they should email you a statement saying that it's been approved. And then you're just going to forward it over to Jenna at the Kentucky PTA at bellsoft.net. But what you're doing is this is allowing Jenna to just go in and also confirm that you're entering it in here. When it comes to your bylaws, it should already be in here. If it's not in here, then someone at state usually puts them in here for you the first time. So it looks like this one's just a test site. So it would say current bylaws is approved. The bylaws were approved on January 2020. They're due for 5 years. So this would be due on January 2nd of 2025. And they have a copy of the bylaws. They're updated at state. So when you're due to do your bylaws again, you would then add your bylaws. You'd go in, you'd do the same information. You'd put it here, and note after clicking, this is saying that you've already updated your bylaws. You would submit that. And then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to email a copy of your new updated bylaws to Jenna at KentuckyPTA at bellsouth.net. It's going to let her know that you all have now updated your new bylaws for the next 5 years.
All right. We've got lots of questions on these. Basically, it's all the same. Your insurance confirmations are the same.
The only thing I'll say with state, I'm going to do that one real quick, is if you owe money to state, so when your membership's being paid through here, it's going to show up here. So it's going to say that you owe Kentucky PTA because your dues are $350 per member. So it's going to say you owe Kentucky PTA for however many memberships you owe. You're going to actually click this send payment to via e-check. Once you click this, it will automatically send your dues to Kentucky PTA. You will owe a $1 fee when you do this. So if you owe for one member, I would wait. I would wait until you owe for, 10 or 12 members before you send that in. Don't do it every time you owe for one member. Your October 15th is a deadline date, and then it's January 15th, and then March 15th, right?
Yeah, I believe so. You can also hit the state payment history right here if you've done dues in the past.
Yes.
There are some questions here. One of them is, how do I change the PTA president to a new president? If it's this year, you cannot change last year because last year is over and closed. All you would do is you would hit this X, remove the officer, and then you would add officer, and you would add the new PTA president and the information.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The one right before that is you're getting emails, and so the email you get is incorrect, or it's correct, but MemberHub is not giving you access. Is that correct, Michelle? All right.
I had to unmute. I apologize. Yeah, so I have access to everything on my old email address, but I need to change my email address. And so I've tried to go in and do it, and for some reason, it just will not allow me to switch over.
What school?
Smyrna Elementary.
Contact your PTA membership person and say you need an email address change, and they can go in and change your email. And
the membership person can do that?
Yeah, they should be able to go in and change your email because it's on your membership.
Okay.
We'll show the membership roles in just a minute.
If she can't, one of the VPs may be able to do it, Autumn. But she's a chair. You're on the board, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a secretary.
Okay. So if you're a secretary, yeah, they could come in here and do this. It's got your name here, and it's got the wrong email.
I could just delete her and put her back in.
You put it back in with your correct email.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll see
If you're
someone
still
can help
having
me.
trouble, reach out to your VP. Who is your VP?
Her name's Michelle Moses.
No, for the district. I'm sorry, not your school
I don't know.
VP.
It's like, really?
I think it's Amanda. I think it's
Yes,
Amanda.
it is. Amanda Thompson, yes, correct.
Okay.
Octavia, your question about communications, were you able to send an email out to them asking them to rejoin this year from MemberHub?
Yes, I sent a letter in MemberHub. I sent a physical letter to the school for Ms. Bird, and she sent them an email. And there was a one call for them to do so. And, I kind of have the idea of, and the feeling of why it's not taking place, but I'll save that conversation for myself and Bobby Joe later on. But yeah, I think I'm having, because she probably knows, but yeah, I'm having a huge problem, with their support this year, and and so I understand that we're not physically there to make that approach to them, but I don't know.
We can talk about some tips on that. Might get some more support, maybe do a competition, see which grade gets all their teachers or something like that. If you can go to membership, or the actual memberships, because we have questions about that. If you'll go to that, Bobby Joe.
Where?
To members, no, to the actual members.
Are we wanting to manually enter them?
So you can either be entered as a member through the store, or you can actually add a member through that.
If you wanted to manually enter them, you would go to, let me go back and start from the beginning. You would be at your admin console. You would click members. You would put enter members, and then you would put in their first, last name, preferably their email address and phone number. But if you don't have one or the other, it's okay. You at least have to have one. So if you don't give your phone number, you need to put all fives. The generic 555, 555, 5555. Their member type, so if they're a parent, a guardian, a student, a facility, faculty, staff, whichever one they are. If you're keeping up with the name of the student, the grade, the school, the teacher, you would put that in the memo just to help your stuff, help you guys out. If you guys want to, if they're paying by check, you can put the check number here. If it's cash, you would just leave this blank, and then you would hit add member, and it would send a receipt to the member, and that's all you would do.
Now, I did want to say that when we showed this just now, it says 350. It would actually have what your membership says. This is not a site, the test site. So if your membership is 5, it would say 5 there. And that way, if you have a physical site and you're taking memberships in, you would still enter them here. It would still kick them into the member hub and all the information there.
And I also wanted to show you guys something that's really cool. If you all have a list of members here, so say you have 25 members here. If you all did these by last names, if you click export here, you can do them by last name, first name, email. If you click export, it'll put them in a spreadsheet for you, and it'll do them by last name, first name, emails, however you all want, and it'll put them in a spreadsheet for you by that category, last name, first name, however it is you guys wanted to put them in for. And that way you all would be able to have a spreadsheet that works really well, and you all would know all your members' names, all their last names, all their first names, and you can see them in one spreadsheet listed out for you. And I know we had a new person join. If you could put your name and the school you're with for us, please, in the chat box, that would be great.
All right, so since we're here, do you want to hit Hubs real quick before we hit the store?
Yes, ma'am. So, Hubs.
Several questions on that.
All right. What questions do we got?
Well, one of the questions was about how you actually would send an email to someone. So show them how to send an email to the Everyone Hub.
So you would click on the Everyone Hub. Am I going in the right direction? You click everyone, you would put parents, go down to email.
Yeah, that's a bad email address, obviously, because this is a test.
Yes. Trying to figure out, I don't like this test site. Sorry guys, I'm used to looking at my own, but I can't pull my own site up because it's got people's information in it. I apologize. So you would put the grade level, you could put the room number.
If you're doing this is a hub setting there, but if she's just doing the parent one.
So I need to go back and do the parent one, don't I?
No, you're in the Everyone Hub. You can do you can do that. Click that.
There it is. So you would put the email address you want to send the email to. You can click, isn't there one to click everyone?
You're in the wrong spot. It's foreign to you because you're in a different one. Go back.
Yes.
That's where you add people. This is your settings. So you click on that. That's all your hub settings. You know what your hub is, who the permissions are. If it's a detailed hub, you can put, you know, if it is a grade level hub, 4th grade, economics class,
right,
whatever it is. This is what your settings are on the hub. This is the email address for the hub, and you can change that. If you're changing it to something else, you can change it to that so it's not that funky one. Then you can go back to the thing where you were at. Oops.
Down?
No, back. Go back.
Back?
Yeah, to all the hubs.
All right.
Hit select here on the left.
Oh, right here. Got it.
Hit select. And then it says hub actions.
Hub actions.
You can do a broadcast announcement. You can, you click that, and that's basically an email. So you hit that.
Got you. Okay. See, it's not like this. It's hard.
You put your subject, you put your email, you put your.
And then you can come down here and put whatever you guys would like in here. An optional text. You can make, always make sure you send a copy to yourself. That way you know what you sent. You can put a time limit if you want for this to expire, and then you would hit post announcement.
The optional text message, some people prefer text over email. So if you have that in your membership when they're signing up, they can say, I prefer text. So you could put a text thing there, and then it would text them. If you do both, you send an email and you send a text. Hey, you just put an announcement up. It's going to be smaller, obviously, than email. So, you know, that's something you can think about.
If you send an email like this, what email address does it come up as on people's email?
On that hub setting, it's that email address right there. So if you go back.
I'm going to go back. Yeah. I'll show you. Sorry about that. And again, guys, I apologize. I'm used to looking at this on my personal one, not on this test site. So it'd be right here. You would change this. So where it says change, you could change this to say, okay, I'm going to use my school, Frost Stewart PTA, or Frost Stewart PTA.hub, memberhub.com. And that would be the email address that I would have here. And that would be what they would see when they got an email from me in my hubs.
Great, thank you.
Now, if you go back, how do you see those emails that you've sent? Because they're going to reply back to this. I'm trying to think where it is. And I keep moving the mouse like I am going to control your mouse, Bobby Joe.
Do you want me to stop sharing and let you share your test site?
No, that's fine. So where are the messages? It's been a while since I've done this one. Go back out. Go back to the hub name.
The hub.
Hit the select everyone hub. Go to hub activity, and that doesn't have what I thought it was. Okay, I'm going to have to figure out where the hub emails go, because that's an announcement, and if they reply back, it'll come back to that email, and that's where you would check it. So I think when you go back into this, it would automatically show you that there is.
It probably would have if I would have saved something and put it there.
You can have as many hubs as you want, and you can put people in all different hubs. So if you have someone that does the gardening, the economics hub, that is into that's your PTA member, and let's say really likes to do dances, you can put them in the dance hub. Any hub you want to. Create a new hub and you make it your own.
You want to create a new hub where it says create a new hub, you click here, go to new hub, and you would just follow the list down and choose what you want your hub name to be, who you want to open the hub to, add myself to this hub as administrator, what grade levels, you can do all your grade levels, the structure of your hub, no parent, everyone, and Smith. I guess Smith was the name of the other previous hub on the other page. So you can name this a no parent, everyone, and then you would hit create hub, and then you'd have a new hub there. So like if we did a no parent, we're going to create this hub. Oh, I didn't give it a hub name. So we're going to put students.
Now, when we say students and no parent, that means the information is protected so that parents that are part of your PTA can't go in there and look. It doesn't mean that is a free-for-all, because that's not, you're still a moderator, and you pick it in here somewhere, but it means that information is protected for only students to be able to join. So if you are listed as a student in the membership, because we have members that are students in middle and high school, that only those students can access it, and it's not accessed by other people. And if you saw on the last page, there was a little question mark with a circle around it. It's blue. You click on that, and it'll give you more information on that.
Yeah. So I'm just creating this to show that you can add another, and then it says who has access, which of course it has to have an adult person in here. So I have to have access. So it's not where it's no one has access to it. I would put all my information in here in the bio. Now I'm going to give them calendar options. It may not even let me go on without putting all this in here. Oh, it did. Okay. And then I can edit the page. I can say what I'm doing, the general information about this hub. This is where I'm going to put, this is for secured pictures of children, our students on field trips and, whatever this may be that we're using this for. Yearbook photos to be uploaded for incoming yearbook photos to be shared for yearbook. I don't know. I'm just throwing some things out there. This would be used for that purposes for when, say, parents go on field trips. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out here. This is where we would keep this secure, where no one can get in and get this but, certain people. And that's what this would be used for. It's not for a free-for-all where parents can just come in and just look at whatever. It would be specifically for a certain reason. And that's why it's there. So we're going to, no, I don't want to do that. So here's where we would choose a file. You could upload images, and we would put it all in here. And then we'd go back to our hubs. Dashboard, sorry. Hubs, everyone. Oh. There we go, sorry. And there it would be. So right now we don't have anybody attached to it. We would put, say this could be the yearbook staff. You could put the yearbook staff here. And since it's all kids, it would be only the yearbook staff kids that were able to be in this hub right here.
Besides the yearbook coordinator, obviously.
Yeah. And then there would be an adult that would be your yearbook coordinator, and that would be the only people allowed in that hub. I do want to show, I don't know how much it's going to let me show, but I am going to try. Is there any more questions on this area, Autumn?
I don't have any more coming in. I think I've got all of them that were there. Is there any other questions? You can unmute and speak or chat it in with, you know, the admin console, you know, where you put members in, or, you know, entering new members if they didn't go through the site. I don't see any, so let's go to the store.
I don't know. I know it's not going to allow me to go through the store checklist. So I will say that when you log in to the admin store or your store admin, you will have to go through the store checklist. So you will have to confirm your organization. You will have to set up your payment gateway, and you will have to subscribe to the MemberHub Givebacks. You will need your checking account information, and you will either need the person who's doing it, which would be your treasurer or your president. I did find out if you don't feel comfortable using the last 4 of your social, you can now use your driver's license information. And there is an option in there for that. So you would have to set the 3 of these up. We won't be able to show you how to do that here, but again, there are links that we gave you that will help you. If you need our help, reach out to your 15th district VP. We can schedule a Zoom and we can walk you through it. I've done it many a times with a lot of my VPs or a lot of the schools in my area. It's taken me 15-20 minutes to walk them through it, to get them scheduled, to get them signed up so you all can have your link. You need these 3 set up to get your MemberHub store name, because there's going to be this, like, I'm going to use this right here, this little bit right here.
Show.
Huh?
Why don't you go to your store and show it?
Okay, I can do that, because it'll make better sense if I do that. Alrighty, this will make better sense this way.
And it did say you have to subscribe to MemberHub Givebacks, but you don't have to actually activate any of them. So it's just saying that you can at one time. And she'll show you what those are in a second. Yeah.
So as you see here, all of these are green. So reason why you have to have these is in order for you to, there it goes. In order for you guys to set out your store information to get membership, you have to have this information here. So I would have to send this link, the froststewart.ptsa.new.memberhub.store. That is the link that I need to send out in a one call. The school connects, my PTSA Facebook page, my personal page, or any of my families, if I put it on a flyer or whatever. That's where they have to join. So if I was to click on this and open it up in a different store, which I will probably do in a minute anyways. So
hit your view store. To the left.
I will. Hang on, I'm gonna, because I want to show, this is what it would look like when a person comes and does it. So this is why it's important that you have it. This is what they're going to see when they join your PTA.
Or they come to your site to join.
Right. So this is what they're going to see when they join that small little section. That's why it's important that you get that information and you get that store information uploaded, because you need that memberhub.store to promote your stuff. We'll come back to that in a minute. So you need those 3 informations, those 3 check marks to be green, from red to green. And they're really easy. Like I said, if you need help, reach out to any of your VPs. If you're having issue with the VP, feel free to reach out to me. Autumn can put my email address in the chat box and I will help you get yours set up. It's not a big deal. I will help anybody that needs it. The one thing I want to show you guys is the major thing that I love the most is the give backs. So GiveBox is new this year that they created, and it's kind of like a Groupon, which is what I think is awesome. So you can go through any of these you want, and you can click on these. So if you notice, it says give back up to $5. So this company here, which I don't like that one. So let's do this Mathnasium. So Mathnasium is amazing. Everybody knows they're amazing. But you can click on that site and you can scroll down and you can see what it is and what they're offering. You can obviously tell they're not here in Louisville, but you can click on the website and it gives you more in-depth. But what you're looking at is a 1-hour online or in-person introductory private math tutoring session. So it's $68. So of course I want to click on those because I think those are great opportunities for someone in our community, either if it's on my PTA page or if someone's just strolling by my PTA page and sees it and wants to purchase these packets for their children to get online tutoring. If they purchase the $68 packet, my PTA is going to get $13.60 back. So you're getting money just for them shopping at your store. So you're not paying anything for these. You're getting money back. So all you do is add the offer. So you can go through and scroll as many of these as you want until there's no more offers to scroll. And they update these every day. And the really cool ones that I love are the scavenger hunts. There's like a wacky walk, a scavenger hunt, a zombie walk, and those are in Louisville. So you can actually purchase those and do those in Louisville. But you can do all of these and click as many of them as you want and put them on your store. Now, another good thing they did is there is an invite local business. So if you know a small mom and pop business, say like, I just use it because I know the restaurant, say like Christie Diner, it's a small local business. Say you've reached out to them and you invite that business to join GiveBox. So MemberHub is going to reach out to them and say, hey, you've been invited to join GiveBox. If for some reason they decide to do it and you invited them to do it and they take the offer, your PTA will receive $50 for inviting them and being the first person to invite them there. So if you invited them, you got them to come to GiveBox, MemberHub donates $50 to your PTA. So that's another way. So if you know local businesses or small mom and pop shops that are willing to want to do something like this, this is why this keeps growing. These are small businesses that are willing to come on to MemberHub and support and give discounts. So this, if you notice, you don't see super huge like Walmart, Myers. You don't see those big organizations. You see smaller organizations. But if you're the first to get them to sign on, you get money back. And you know how I learned that? I took a class from MemberHub. I did a 30-minute one-on-one with MemberHub, and that's how I learned that. So the little things you learn when you take the one-on-one classes with MemberHub. So again, I click through here and I find the cutest ones that I think moms would like or dads would like or our students would like, and I add them. And I check these every other day for new ones. So definitely go through these and definitely try to find the ones that you think your parents would like and add them to your store. Here's your fundraising section. Again, ignore the raffle because unless you have a gambling license, you cannot use it. This is where you would go ahead and create all of your activities that we can't physically do in-house right now because we are virtual. They're all amazing. They're fun. I'm going to use my crowdfunding one here really soon. So if anybody wants any pointers, I would be glad to give you guys pointers on that soon. The auction items we're going to be using very soon as well. So, but play around. There's nothing, I was told from, MemberHub, there's nothing that you guys can't do that they can't fix. So definitely play around. We can always fix any mistakes in here that have ever, you can't break it. We can fix it. Then you have your website. This is new. I have not played with it. I have attempted to try to, but I haven't had time to sit and actually build the website. But you can do it all the way up and then make it go live. So like you can make it go visible, you can edit it, you can do the path, the layout, you can do up to 6 pages, edit the theme, sort your pages. Like, it's really interesting to do. You can put links, photos, all kinds of stuff on it. You just, once you're ready, you click it to go live, it'll go to your members. I think you can also link it to your Facebook page. You could link it to another site if you had a different website that you all used outside of just MemberHub. You can also link it there. So there's different things you can also do if you needed to. That's just another suggestion. If you're looking to, I was trying to think of the other thing I needed to show you guys. I don't want to give too much. Okay, so this right here, and I know I don't want to give too much information away, but if this right here has red line, like a, where was the other one at? Trying to show the, all right, see how this has an eye and then it's not, looks like it's invisible, like it has the line through it? That means that it's not visible at this time. It's not ready to launch. So I was trying to show you that, to come here and show you that if you go in your membership, and under membership, if you have that symbol, that means your membership is not ready to launch and you need to make it visible. Also, if your membership price says $350, you need to change it to whatever it is your store needs, or whatever it is your PTA is for membership. So if it's $5, $10, $6, that's what you're going to want to make it to be. And you do that by clicking this button here. We'll use this one. You would put, I think Kentucky PTA already generated names. So you have to put a short description. So you can put, I just put local businesses to join the local PTSA. You can just put business for short. I changed the price to $5 because that's our PTA. And then you come down here. You can put a school logo if you have one. If you don't, you do not have to put one. And then you hit save. And that automatically changes this to $5. And you do that for every one of these that you use. Now, if you do not use any of these, you can hit the visibility button and put hide product from store. Because some people, if you're in elementary school, you don't have a student PTA. So you would put hide from store. If you don't want, if you don't have students that join, you don't need that button. So then that would leave you, when people come to your store, like I just did, this is what they see. So when they come to Frost & Stewart and they go to pay, first thing they're going to see is if I have a donations, which they're not up and running, so they're not there. They go to my membership, so they can choose which membership they would like to pick. We have options. And now they're going to look at the give backs. So they can choose any of the give backs that they would like to pick. And they can choose any one of these they want. They can click on which one they want. And they can just, once you click on, say, a membership, it'll show up here. You fill out this information, and then it will highlight up here in a cart. And then you just check out. Same way with the give backs. You would click on it and it goes right back to the, you click on a give back, you can pick an offer, add to cart, and it's going to show it in your cart. And then you would just check out.
Hey, Bobby Joe, go back to the website when you're done with this. Get a question in.
Let me think. If I just back out, this goes away.
I don't want to stop you, but I just didn't want to.
I think that's it. Is there any more questions on this information here? Settings, you always want to pass off your fees to your payers. You don't want to cover the processing fees. Am I missing anything else, Autumn? If you did shirt orders, you can, where is it at? Products. If you wanted to do, you did shirt orders, it will actually filter your orders for you. It will keep track of your inventory as well. You just have to click the buttons for that. I do know that. I believe that's it. I'm back on the test site now, but I believe that is it.
All right. On the website, it was a question on how you link. I'm not sure we know how to do that. So go back up to the website just to see if we're able to do that. I'm looking on my site right now. I have played with the website thing. Because I don't think that's view page. That's not a link. Because when I looked at mine,
I believe you can though. When I got trained on it, you should be able to link your page to the outside page. There's also that how to click button on how to do it, and this will walk you through it. If you ever see a how to set up page, I print these out and I keep them, but I'm a printer person, so I have to have paper. I have to see it in my face, like I have to touch it and follow it. I don't like to click back and forth. I'm trying to read so I could tell you all where it was at. Sorry, because I know I've seen it. You all don't have to follow all of this.
I mean, you should be able to, even on the front page, put a, hyperlink to go to another one if you wanted to.
Should be down here. Says you can find your website link at the top of the website page and just share it to users. So you can link your website page. You can take the website link and you can share it. So all you have to do is put it on the website pages once you've done it. So once you've gone live, you can then take that website page, copy and paste it, and share it to whatever website you need to link it to.
Can you though? Are you sure?
Yeah. What she's saying
Can I just tell you the reason why I was asking the question?
What she's saying.
We had previously went with the company for Spiritwear, and he made up the initial website for orders. And we didn't know, but VP of Spiritwear had him to, kind of monitor the website and whatnot. And he's supposed to keep up the inventory and then send us the check for, the purchases on the orders. But we were wanting it to be linked to MemberHub so that all the money could be funneled through one account. And so we were kind of going back and forth with that with the VP of Spiritwear, and she kept saying she didn't know how to do it and whatnot. So what do you think the best thing to do about Spiritwear? Just, upload our own to the store, or continue to use his site, or what?
I know what you're talking about.
We don't know what to do.
Here's what you all need to do. That makes better sense. Okay, so that's a different thing. So
before she shows you, is he keeping all the inventory and everything and just prints on demand, or is it stuff you already have in inventory and he just processes it and you all send it out?
Well, this is the initial school year, so new school year, new stuff. He has everything. He's supposed to be keeping up with it. As far as I know, see the thing is, there's a lack of communication on the other end. So I'm the president, so I'm just trying to figure it out because they haven't taken the steps to do it. So I really don't know the details on the other side because of lack of communication. So
Bobby
kinda
Joe
where I'm
can
at.
show you if you keep the inventory in-house and you're doing it. The only downside with doing inventory in your house is that you're printing so much out at a time, and that's what you have. You don't print on demand. And some companies have it set up that they print on demand. So whatever gets entered in their website that you have a link to, then they print it, they ship it, and then they give you the money back.
Right. So like if the company is, if you're putting the website online and they are ordering online and then they are printing it there and then they're either picking it up or delivering it, and they're keeping track of it on their end and then invoicing you later, you have to trust that what is being sent there is what's being sent there.
Exactly.
Now, the only other thing you can do on this end is if you all had it in-house, there's a button called New Product, which it's for any product you all want to sell. It could be anything. You would put the name of the product, the short description of what it is, the price. The donations button is always there. I don't really know why. You can do the color, the size, and a custom option. Now you can click track inventory. So you want to turn on the inventory tracking. We will track the inventory based on the adjustment prices. So then you would go and sort, you would hit save, like, you're gonna, but you want to track your inventory. You can put photos. This is the way I would have done it if it was done in-house. And then you would go to your orders. You have unsaved changes. It's not going to let me do it because I don't have anything to put in. But you would, if it was in-house orders that you had on demand and you all were just trying to find somebody to do it for you because you all weren't going to be at the school, that's a different story. But what it sounds like to me is you guys were finding someone to sell the stuff for you, and you're all just going to have to trust the amount of people are actually selling, that they're selling the amount of stuff that they say they're selling, if that makes sense.
Right. And see, that's what we were not aware of. The only person who was aware of that was the Spiritware VP.
So was this not voted on above the board? Did you all not vote?
No, that's why we have not went live with it yet.
All right.
Okay.
Someone asked if it shows you if you get an email when someone purchased something, or through the membership store, or when it joins the PTA.
You do not get an email when someone joins the PTA. What I do every day is I come to this membership button and it tells me who's joined. If I click on this number 7, it will tell me everybody who's in that number 7. It'll tell me everybody who's in this number here, and this number here.
Okay, so is there someone working on that so that it will in the future email us? Because that's a lot of work and I'm sorry, it just is. It's to have to log in every single day to see what members have joined. I would like to be notified that, hey, somebody has purchased something or somebody has joined the PTA.
Now you should get an email from MemberHub that says when a deposit is being made weekly.
I don't know
that lets you.
Joe that checks every day.
I mean, you do get an email that says you've got a deposit from MemberHub going to your account, letting you know that money is being deposited, and that's done weekly. So that would let you know to check that there's been activity in MemberHub. I can ask Jenna at Kentucky PTA to check with MemberHub and see if there's a button or if it's something they can check into to see if that's a new feature we could possibly look into getting, or if that is something they can possibly look into, see if MemberHub is going to create.
Yeah, that should be something. I mean, it just, to have something pop up and say, hey, you sold a t-shirt, so be sure to get that t-shirt to the student that purchased it. You know what I mean? It just, I work full time. I don't have time to always, and with 4 kids at home, I don't have time to log in every single day to see who has purchased something.
If you go to the admin console, you all can go to membership as well. I know, again, it's a pain, but you can go here and it'll also tell you how many members you have. But I don't think there was any, I've never received any notification that told me if I've received anybody that's bought the give backs, or if I've received a new member for the day. Only thing I've ever gotten,
I can tell you that I can look on my store right now in settings, and it says new order notifications. Receive notification when new orders appear in the e-store, coming soon. So that is probably in one of their upcoming releases. We can reach out to figure out if it's coming this quarter or next. But typically when they have coming soon, it's on a release date. I'll look on their site to see if they've got it on a release date yet. But they do apparently have it in the plan to release, since it's already saying coming soon.
Okay. Well, that's
great.
good.
Thank you.
I had
that was my
quick question for
the. Yes.
The lady that was talking about checking the site periodically.
Yeah.
Are you the president, or are you do you have a board that's helping you? Because my thing is that each person has their own job. Okay. Each person has their. I'm sorry, it keeps overlapping. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I thought you had asked me, and I was the president. I'm not anymore, but I was the president.
Okay, I'm the president at my school as well, but that's why we created a board, so that you got 6 people on the board have 6 individual jobs. So the VP of membership should actually be the one checking it, however, once a week, 2 times a week, every Monday or something like that. That way it's not a burden, or no one feels overwhelmed doing everything. And that's the situation we are in right now. It's like nobody's doing their job. So I'm kind of stuck on trying to do everything. And it's not fair, and it is overwhelming, and it is a headache and a pain. But, you would think when you have a board there, you would have help, and they wouldn't lean on you as much on having, to check it, and because it is a lot. So I was just asking, this is my first year too, just how, your PTA was set up, if you had additional members.
Well, don't get discouraged. I always tell people, don't get discouraged. This year is a off year. We are all doing COVID at home. We are all doing PTA at home. Usually you would have a board that's with you and helping you, and not everybody's at home being a teacher, and not everybody's, we're all doing the new norm. And I've had a lot of parents who have told me in the PTA roles that they're stressed, and this is hard, and it's stressful, but we are here as VPs to help you all, to do whatever we can to make you feel comfortable. I am the VP of the South End area, so I'm VP3 of Area 4, so I cover all the South End schools. Carla Robinson is VP1. She covers the your downtown area schools. Tara is Area 7. She covers your is it Anchorage and Odom? Gotta help me there.
Easton.
And Anchorage, right?
Easton.
Part of Anchorage.
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I thought it was part of Anchorage too. thought it was part of Anchorage.
She has Anchorage. Anchorage only has one school. She has Anchorage and then the East End.
And then Rhea covers areas 2 and 3. So you have help out there. Do not ever feel like you're alone. If you cannot reach your VP, reach out to another VP. Me and Carla, we're always available. Rhea's available. Tara's available. If you're not getting any of them to call you back, reach out to me, reach out to Carla, reach out to Autumn. We are always available. We are always here to help. Do not feel like you're alone. I know I'm speaking for myself. I'm not going to speak for anybody else. I usually make myself available till 9 o'clock at night, and that is only because parents are with their kids during the day. And you usually do not get done until 4 o'clock, and then you have dinner, and then I feel like most parents don't have time to sit down and do PTA until after that. And if you have questions or emails, you're not going to be able to do that until after you all have time to take care of your kids throughout the day. So I make myself available to you guys after 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night. I'm probably the only one that does that. People probably think I'm crazy, but that is okay because I have a child, so I understand. So if you need anything, and if I'm the late one and everybody's like, I'm going to reach out to her because she's the late one up, I'm okay with that. I will then spread, to the VP that it needs to go to. I am okay with that. But do not ever feel like you're alone. Do not feel like you have no one to reach out to. We are here. We are here to support you, and we are here to take care of whatever you guys need. If it's one-on-one Zoom calls, we will do it. If it's more trainings, we will do it. If it's whatever you guys need, that's what we're here for. So if you all want other trainings, please put them in the comments. We have a secretary and a fundraiser class coming up. The fundraiser class coming up is not more of what fundraisers we have. It's more of what fundraisers work for everybody. So it's more of a let's get together and talk fundraisers and what schools fundraisers have worked for certain schools. So it's not going to be us throwing out all these fundraisers at you. It's let's all come together and talk about what fundraisers may have worked for certain schools, because elementary schools have fundraisers that work, and middle schools have fundraisers that work, and high schools have fundraisers that work, and we all need to share ideas so we can help each other spread the love of fundraisers so it can help other schools, of course, make money or do what we need to do to help educate and help, give back to our community and our kids. So that's what the fundraiser class is for, is just to work together to see what we can do to help each other out. The secretary class is just going to be information on how to take, minutes, what's the, questions, more Q&A. November, we are going to do a grant writing class. That was a topic that was brought up that a lot of PTAs would have liked to have. And we did get a request from a principal who would like to do a principal and a president what's the word I'm trying to think of? I can't even say it now. A work together course on ways that we can get, everybody on the same page, and we work together and see how we can all do a some principals want to know, should they meet weekly, monthly, every 2 months, and just want to get you guys working together and maybe feel more comfortable. So we're going to get that one together too. We feel like that's a class that needs to be had. So we're going to do that one. So if you guys have classes that you think you want us to talk on, this is the time for us to do it. Having these virtual meetings, having these virtual trainings gives us the opportunity to meet with you all, make you guys feel comfortable, have you all come out of your shell as well, tell us what you think, tell us what you need training on, and have us help you. Sorry, I probably said a lot. I didn't mean to.
There is a question on how you would go about doing discounts and with products.
Ooh, I don't know about that. I don't think there's a discount button on there.
No, there's not. I guess that's something that they are considering for the future. In the meantime, though, we wanted to be able to give discounts for spirit wear for any parents who join the PTA. What would you recommend? How would you recommend we go about doing something like that?
Is it a short time, like from now until November 1st? If you join, you have a discount of $4 to $4 instead of $5. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. I would set up a product saying discount membership until blank. You put it. It's available from this date until this date, and then it goes away.
Okay.
Use that expiration date. There's that one spot where you can put an expiration date. Give it an expiration date where it expires.
Okay.
And do it that way.
Okay, that's a great idea. Thank you.
I did find out that MemberHub does have a way that if you have a campaign, that you can set it up when you do the campaign, that it will email you. But to my understanding, campaigns is that in the fundraising? I'm trying to figure out what they consider the campaign. And I'm thinking that they consider campaigns during those fundraising things, right? Is that a campaign?
Yes.
Consider a campaign?
Yeah.
So if you did a fundraiser, it would alert you. We're learning on the other stuff, but if they've made it for one thing, I'm sure it's not long before they'll make it for the other. But I couldn't find when the next release was coming out to give you that information, but I'll keep looking, and I'll when I find it, I will share it. And we will send out an email as soon as we have this live on YouTube, and the PowerPoint is up and everything. And I will add that quote that someone asked me to send out. Look at the, anything else in the chat? Anything else anyone wants to know? Did we get all the
Thank you guys for being so patient. Like I said, the test site was new to me. I was not familiar with the test site. I'm used to doing my own Frost and Stewart page. I was not familiar with the test site, so thank you for bearing with me on that. I appreciate everyone who attended tonight, and I look forward to going over the next training class with you guys very soon.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all so much. Have a good night.